Hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and this is Seeds Sunday, a sometimes weekly series I do showing you all the best seeds for Minecraft Console Edition. That is Minecraft Xbox 360 and Minecraft PS3. So I'm taking a quick break after this video till Title Update 14 comes out. So this week's seed is toycatseedbreak, because obviously I'm taking a break from the seeds. It's on screen and in the description if you want to see it, and this seed basically ticks all the boxes I look for in a seed all at once too. So I'll get into it all by one, and let's just say the best stuff is last. So you know, might want to stick around for that. So let's get right into it. With this first little lava pit that's right next to the spawn. Lava pits, you know, being on the surface lava I guess you'd call them, is one of the, I guess, most overlooked things in a seed, because a lot of seeds just don't have them in general, and they're really useful because they mean you don't have to look underground for lava when you want obsidian, or if you just want to make something cool with lava, it's nice to have them, and there's one of these right in front of you. So this is where you spawn, where I put the glowstone tower, that's how I mark it. It's just over here, down across the thing, or if you spawn facing this way and don't want to turn around for some ridiculous reason, then there's also a lava pit here, and funnily enough, because the lava pit's so close to the jungle biome, it actually burns down a tree. As you can see, here's a remnant of a tree right here. It actually burns down trees and stuff, which I think is a pretty cool little random bonus of it. Unfortunately, it didn't burn down the entire, you know, jungle biome, but that's a small little thing right there. So I'm going to walk you through all the things that make the seed cool one by one, and again, the best stuff's last, but save till last, so just, you know, chill and go with the journey. Also, if you look at my map at any point, you can see the coordinates for the thing I'm at, so I'm going to pull it up every time I get somewhere. So basically, if you spawn over there, if you head northwest, there's a fun little journey of things you can do. So this is one of the biggest forest biomes I've seen. It takes up about a fifth of the map. If you look, it's a big little like diamond shape, and it's just really big. Obviously, it's got some lakes in it too, but it is still just a ridiculous amount of trees to go through, which might be discouraging to some, but I think it's a really cool thing. And if you head to this first little lake thing, this is one of the most interesting things I've seen the seed. It's basically a big drop that's 40 blocks high, so it goes from like 65 all the way down. Also, there's a little random thing there, but it goes from 65 all the way down to 25. Down here, plus there's some gold that's exposed, which is always nice to have so early on, and it just goes all the way down here, which I think was just a really odd thing to happen. You could obviously start a mining, you know, shaft or something all the way down there and just start, you know, hammering on the diamonds, but I wouldn't recommend that because the seed has other cool things relating to diamonds that I'll show you in a second. But then in addition to that, if you go up this little hill here, there's a lot of pumpkins to be got on. That's as many pumpkins as you can realistically need. You could make a farm from one, but this is enough to make a ridiculous farm. Plus still have some left over so you can wear them, and I don't know. But yeah, so you got a lot of pumpkins just over here too, and it's just a really cool, you know, forest biome because it has these things. Plus it has loads of these little just random stone pauses, which I think is always a nice feature. I don't know what it is I really like about them, but it's just a nice thing. So you head further to the northwest, and you end up in this little snow-like biome, which just kind of ends as soon as it starts. And there's a big little patch of ice here, because the snow biome actually turns out in the middle of this lake, and it leads you with this big patch of ice here, where you're just surrounded by everything, but it's really far away. So if you build a house here, it'd be one of the best, you know, just ideas for a house, I think, because mobs can't spawn on ice, which means that the only place they could spawn, if you make it in the center somewhere over here, is over there by the land or in the water, which, you know, they're really far away. Obviously you have to be careful with lighting, but I think this has the potential to make one of the best looking houses ever, because if you look around, it's just got the best view. You've got a jungle biome, you've got a snow biome, you've got a forest biome. I really love the view. I think it's brilliant, and it's a great idea if you want to build something. So then if you head a little to the east, and you come back over here to this glowstone tower, I've had to mark it because it's a little hard to see. At these coordinates over here, there are some really easy to get to diamonds, plus there are a lot more to be found, but I'm not going to spoil them for you. Basically, this is the easiest way in. Obviously, it's not quite as safe because you have to do a pretty big jump. But basically, you can go down this way, or you can go down the easier way, which involves less falls, which I'll show you right now. So this is the easy way over at these coordinates. Or if you want the, you know, slightly less painful way, then if you head over to this big thing over here, it's a big, just, you know, random slab of stone. It's a really big one of these. It has loads of just dirt and trees in the middle of it, which I don't really understand. But basically, yeah, there's a little cave right over here, just kind of chilling in the middle of nowhere over at these coordinates. And if you follow this through this direction, I'm not going to point out, but you can see the torches kind of mark it and make it a lot easier to see. If you head through it, and then you head down over here, past a ridiculous amount of coal, by the way, which is always nice to have more coal. And then you take the first left in this big ravine that you end up in. Then you end up in the same place that place would take you. And all you have to do is quickly follow this along, take a 180 at this little thing over here, and then boom, you've got yourself 5 diamonds right there in the wall, which is a really cool thing to have this early on for this little effort. Plus, if you look around, there's a lot of these lava-based caves to explore. There's a lot more diamonds to be found in this cave, but I'm not going to spoil them because I like it when people find their own diamonds. It's a really rewarding thing to find them yourselves, whereas the diamonds are just get you a pickaxe or armor or whatever you want. So yeah. Basically, on top of this, what there is if you head further to the north, then you get to the other cool parts of the sea. And yes, there is more. It's kind of ridiculous. So to get to north, you have to kind of go through one of the big jungle biomes, which is just, you know, there's loads in this map, and they're all really big for some reason, which is great for jungle lovers, not so great for not jungle lovers. But it's something I just kind of put up with, because once you get to the north, there's a small little extreme hill biome, which I think is a really cool looking one, because it's just got this big old bridge of land here. Again, this is a great place to make a house at the end over here, so there's only one way on and off, which is this bridge over here. Plus, it's got the really nice view factor again, where you see the jungle biome that's even smaller than this, because of how high up the extreme hills is. Like, the jungle biome doesn't come close. I think it's a really cool thing, personally. Plus, on top of that, there is the big ravine connected to the little hole in the ground here, that makes for a really cool thing. Plus, it has, like, all the ores in the world, all of them just kind of chilling in the ground here. As you can see, there's just so many to be gotten from this ravine. Plus, you know, ravines are always cool just to explore for their own purposes, because there's a lot of caves coming off it. I don't know if they go anywhere. I haven't checked myself yet, but they might do. It might be a really cool thing. You might want to check them out. So, lots of coal, lots of iron. Plus, if you look over to the left here, just to the end of the extreme hill biome, there's an empty village that's just at the edge of the world, which I think is really cool when this happens, because this one hasn't been cut off by the edge of the world. So, you know, you get a full-on village that has just, you know, I don't know, I think it looks really cool when the village is below ground, because you look at the things and it all kind of glitches low underwater. I like it anyway. Plus, there's stuff like this guy's courtyard, which is floating above nothing. Plus, there's this gravel floating in midair, which once you punch, I think it should all fall. Yeah, they should. Which is, you know, it's a nice feeling to do that and just have that happen. So yeah, there's this, an MC village, no actual blacksmith chest. And at this point, I was like, okay, that's enough for a seed. And then I headed a little bit to the south, and I found what I think is what brings this seed from being a good seed to being a ridiculous over-the-top seed. So it's an NPC village that's in a lake. I don't know. It's obviously happened a few times before, but this is one of the, you know, first full villages in the lake I've seen. Like, if you look, the entire thing is in one, which means you get another one of these wells where the thing floats above there, which again you can punch. You can bring the whole thing down if you want to, and make it just look a really high well. Plus, on top of that, if you go to the bottom of the well and then punch one of these down, for some reason the water usually doesn't actually follow you. It did this time apparently, but the water's really glitchy in this well. It didn't glitch out this time because I guess I'd left it for long enough. But the thing that's really good is this NPC blacksmith chest, which I wasn't expecting anything great from, but it's actually the best NPC blacksmith chest I've seen so far. So what does it have? 3 diamonds, almost full armor. That is the helmet, the chest plate, and the boots, plus some food, which is always nice. But yeah, 3 diamonds plus almost full armor, kind of ridiculous. Ridiculously low odds of finding it, especially in one that's already underwater. I think this is just a crazy MC village. I like it a lot, and I think this is what makes the seed takes the seed from good to over the top. So these are the coordinates if you want to head towards it or whatever. I obviously explored the entire map. That's why it's a lot easier for me to see stuff. But basically, this seed is ridiculous. I think it's a good seed to lead off my title update 12 seeds with. I'll be back for title update 14. If you do enjoy Seed Sunday, be sure to like the video, because I use that to measure how many people are supporting it, and stuff like that. I would really appreciate a like of some form, because this is the last episode for a couple weeks. When Title Update 14 comes out, there's going to be so many cool seeds. I'm going to be covering them all, so subscribe if you haven't already, and you can see all of those. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little video on the internet. If you have, then that's great. So thanks for watching, and small tree in the ocean. Goodbye.